Our seated dumbbell front raise is a great strength move for the front portion of our shoulders here. We're going to be using a bench adjusted about up to 90 degrees here. We've got that Reebok bench here set up on its highest setting. You can also use any chair at home with a back support. The key here, though, is to find that back support and keep the shoulders against that back support or that bench throughout that entire movement. This is very similar to a normal front raise where we're standing, except having that back support makes it to where we can't rock and swing those weights, which means you typically are going to want a little lighter weight on this move than a standing one because you cannot cheat. So we're going to grab those dumbbells, we're going to sit down on that chair or that bench, we're going to bring those legs together nice and close so that we have room to move on the outside of those thighs, and then we're going to press that back, those shoulder blades up against that bench and keep them pressed up against the bench throughout this movement. Arms are going to stay fairly straight, palms facing the floor as I bring them up to about shoulder height right in front of me, and then control them back on down to that starting point right down at my sides. Couple big mistakes I see made on this exercise. Number one, swinging, so letting those shoulder blades come off the bench as we come down, and then letting them come back as we come forward. That means the weight is typically too heavy. Keep those shoulder blades back against that bench throughout that entire movement. Another big mistake I see made on this exercise is not stopping right down when you're at your sides, and instead letting the weight swing back behind you like this to generate momentum. Stop when those arms are directly down here so that those muscles have to be what generates the force to come up. Another key mistake I see made on this exercise is not controlling the weight coming back down. So come up to right around shoulder to eye level right here and control it back on down. We're not coming up and then just letting them drop to our sides. We want to get that benefit for growing that muscle on that downward portion just like we do on that upward portion. So slow it on down, get a lighter weight first, focus on keeping your posture, keeping those shoulder blades back and controlling that movement, and then you can start to bump your weight up from there.